We already missed a hand? How did we miss a hand? Oh, wait, no, we didn't. I'm just being dumb. My brain instinctually thought...
0, you're fine. We've missed one turn.
My brain instinctually thought that everyone should be at 15. So where's everyone at starting score? Wait, no. That's not how this event works. That's probably a reason why I didn't qualify. Anyway, let's move on.
I say 1, 2, 2, 5.
So Suzuha right now. Yeah.
Suzuha has got a fast one.
As long as they're at the east. It's a big if.
But Thursday.
But.
Greed.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I end up calling Thursday Claire. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I will forget and I'll just keep calling them Thursday.
Yeah. If you know Ichinomi New York, they actually host events every now and then. I'm calling you out, Claire. When's the next public New York Ichinomi event? Come on, Claire. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out.
Claire, who is definitely listening right now.
She might be. Like, obviously you got your live events. That's been really cool. Don't get me wrong, but public event I can join. Go on. Do it. You know you want to. Do it. Anyways, Suzuha just hit Tenpai, waiting on 2-5 so. It's not bad. I don't see anyone playing 2 or 5 so, especially not Claire at this point. Maybe Comet might, but I don't think so. I think we are going to be relying on Sumo here. There is 1 2 so, there is 1 5 so in the wall. Let's see how things go. But, you know, I really enjoyed that. I don't think I did very well in that event. I think we made it past the first round. I think I got knocked out very quickly, but I still enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching it. It was really good. So yeah, I don't think you. It's double East, isn't it? So yeah, swap to 3-6.
And you go to a 3, and you go to a 3-6 weight.
Yeah, that's not bad. In the meantime, Joseph, Claire, either or, they are basically one and the same as far as Martial Soul is concerned.
Yeah. It's so close to the monster.
Still,
well, not as bad. It's not as big as it could have been.
Still 2 Shanten, and yeah, it could be bigger depending on. Oh, buddy. Depending on how spicy they want to make this 2 Shanten be. But we'll see.
Suzuha in the with the hell weight though. 1-3 so left.
Oh, is it really that bad? Oh, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
Well,
the problem with someone flushing.
I don't think Len's ever going to play Sanso, especially not with Claire being able to chi from them. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. I have enough faith. Like I didn't actually look at the replay. I don't know if they got lucky or if it was just really, really efficient. I'm just going to assume that they're really good rather than. So I trust them not to deal in. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yes. I'm very aware that whenever she's dealt into me, it's because I've had weird weights.
I see. Understood.
I definitely know that for a fact. It's the, deals. Oh!
Yeah, sorry, thanks. I mean, that's the thing. Like, pushing is okay if your hand is valuable enough. Like, that's Oh, we can see a Khan.
Oh!
As far as Suzuha sees, their weight's really good, so I probably would... No, really.
It's a safe discard at this point in time, and you might be just deathly afraid. Like,
as far as the dealer sees, their weight is really good.
Yeah.
As far as they see. Unfortunately,
but I mean, look at everywhere. When has any bamboo come out?
Oh, is that Tenpai for Claire? Or is she going to get really greedy? We're either going to see 9 or Chun. Okay, we saw 9. Okay, so the weight is 8 So and Chun. Yeah, I mean, it's an extra Dora. It's an extra Dora. It's hard to say no to.
And surprisingly safe. Oh, that must have felt so scary.
So
is this a 2-5?
And Claire's just like, Claire's like, I've got 1 tile left, but you can't. I'm reaching.
Yeah.
I was going to Dharma this, but now you can't. Now I've got to take it. You can't. I can't not. We're going to see it. We're not going to see it, sadly. Good hand though, and yeah, I get the reach. Makes sense. So we opened this match with violence.
You're not folding that hand.
Alright, so Suzuha, easy Tanyao. Depending on how nice Comet is, of course. But easy Tanyao, you'd think. Potential Cheetoy. We've got 4 pairs here. I'm not saying you have to go for Cheetoy, but maybe go east and intend Tanyao. But we'll see.
But with a little hint of everyone's favourite hand.
Yeah, like you've got 4 pairs.
Everyone
you never
loves
know.
to hate it.
That could become 5 if you're lucky.
Very
Obviously, if you draw like
adorable.
4-so or 6-so or 3-man or 3-pin or 4-man, there are so many tiles that make this not Cheetoy, but you gotta at least think about it, right? Okay, yeah, I think you've changed your mind now. You've got 2 really good
Yeah.
shapes to keep some of these pairs. So
I mean, at the
8-so?
very least,
Yeah.
you can get rid of a 2-4 if you really are. If you want to keep that open.
I used to be a complete nerd about Cheetoy. That was a time. But that's the thing, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You start looking for it, and then you, because you're going for it more often, you win it more often, and then that confirms your bias. Of course, when you actually look at it, there are other hands you could have won, and you probably would have been more likely to win some of the times you didn't succeed. But there was a time where I was very, very hype about Cheetoy. Because it's a good folding hand, although with this setup here, because we've got so many inside tiles, it's not a good folding hand at all. But yeah, anyways. The one sad thing is that this probably might not even be Tanya. We've got the 7-8 and the 1 and the 2-3, which means that it's going to be very hard to call anything with this hand. I think, honestly, Suzuha's probably going to be stuck. Unless they manage to get lucky and start making some upgrades right now, but yeah. Len's making a very... I'm assuming that the 3-3-4-4-6 is going to end up being multiple sequences and not any pairs or triplets. So in theory, that hand could be very powerful. How's 5?
5, 5, 6, 7. That fits in. That's 1 Shanten away from mid Len.
Yeah, it's just you don't want it to be a weird. You don't want it to be a weird pair weight. Like 3-man, 4-man would be a horrible weight to reach you on. You still do it, because especially since you set the Suzu trap up now. But
Thursday, 1 Shanten for a 3-sided weight, but at the same time, it would be Furchen L.
okay,
And Tenpai, but no Yaku for Len. Definitely wants to improve this.
I wonder what I would do in that situation. If I just did Riichi, I might. I don't know. Can't tell you. Part of me would probably just take the Riichi and run. But that might not pay off.
Be like, it's not worth it. 1,000 point hands.
I mean, you don't know what the Euro's going to be, and there's
Yeah, and then you're relying on the Euro. But why rely on the Euro when you can go for you look at improvements?
The problem is that every turn you spend not reaching is a turn you can't run someone.
Yeah, but what if you don't think the run is worth the time? Once again at the end of this hand, if he gets to exhaustive draw, Len gains more points.
I mean, I guess. Although actually, that's not true.
In fact, she gains more points because the reach stick would stay in the middle. At the same time, there is a reach stick and a Humber there.
Okay, well they choose to change their mind and go for 2-5. The 2 gets them in pure little sequence, and it is the upgrade we were looking for. Having said that, Suzuha might actually end up dealing in. I think they're folding, but if they do get to Tenpai, they're probably going to take the 1-4 weight, right? They're not going to take the 2-man, 5-man pair weight.
That would have to be your way if you are pushing.
The only way they get a Tenpai, actually there is no way because there are no 2-mans left. So the only way they get to Tenpai is if they draw 2-man, and that's just not going to happen. So
Oh, and a deal in.
that is unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
I guess the other question is, the other thing about Riichi is it depends on how likely other players are to fold. Because maybe in this particular event, when no one is ever folding, because no one cares about whether they win or lose, maybe Riichi isn't as powerful a deterrent as it could be, right? Because when you Riichi, all the time you're trying to sumo, and you're trying to buy yourself extra turns to do that. And if you can get someone to completely fold and dismantle their hand, even better, right? But are these players, from what we've seen, are these players likely to ever fold? I don't know.
No, now that is a question for the ages. I'd like to say yes. People be like, we're going to play nice and pure, good mahjong online, minor numbers. no, that go whenever events happen, that goes out the window.
Claire would play around a Ricci, I think. Like, she wouldn't just give someone 3 points, especially when they're last place in dealer.
It happens if
Could
they
I
get
say the
changed.
same? Oh, sorry, go on.
Change dealer.
Oh, I see.
Wait, a reach.
Mm-hmm. A really good weight too.
Is that 258?
258 for reach, pin through pure double sequence.
Wow.
And they get the Ipatsumo as well.
Oh,
Looks like they have to change weight, change dealer again.
that was good commitment.
Commitment. I see. You seem very committed to these puns. I see. Yes.
Yes.
Well, we haven't seen a murder yet, but I'm sure I'll get to make some murder puns soon.
They lend to themselves. It's a good content. Hey, you invited me. You cannot complain. You
No.
knew what you're getting yourself into.
Honestly, I'm almost as bad. It's fine. I'm not quite as bad, but I'm almost as bad.
Oh, I'm out of my game then.
It's been a while since I've made terrible puns, but there was a time where I couldn't stop. It was a condition of mine. I'm sorry.
What is this hand from Thursday though?
Yeah, it looks like it could be just pin through. It looks like it could be a flush, but I don't think it's going to be a flush.
Two
With 2
Dora,
Akka though. Interesting. Okay, so we take the 456, 567. We take the Ishan 10.
Yep,
It
and
might
that
end
can,
up just being
that
a
can always
reach.
improve if needed.
Yeah. It is definitely a hand with 2 Dora, you just reach it though, right? Even if you just wait on 2, so like I don't see why you wouldn't ever just take that Tenpai.
But hear me out. Cheetoy. You have 3 pairs there. What if you get the 4th?
3 pair Cheetoy. Now that's a meme. Comet though, Comet could actually seriously make a Cheetoy. They've got 4 pairs and Dora 2. Claire, I don't know. Thursday, maybe not. Maybe not.
So let's have a look at Suzuha. That hand is
It's Ishan 10.
taking my.
I think you do have to take. Tuso's been cut twice now. Would you just take the Ricci and run?
No, I wouldn't. It just feels so unlikely. I wouldn't have cut the. What? I guess you would cut the one. So if you're going for the 2, if you're waiting for the 2-sided weight.
There are more ways to upgrade to Pinfu from cutting the one side.
Yeah. You you can upgrade your Pinfu, you can upgrade to your pay code. Like there are many ways this can just improve free.
Yeah, that's fair. Sanzo safe. You can even cut Sanzo now and rely on the 5/8 weight. Yeah, I like this actually. There's also a Sanshoku chance, weirdly, if you think about it. Like if you close
Everything
your
is
eyes
Sanseku-chan, if you think about it.
and dream, 7 man. That's a weight. That's a choice. Unfortunately, 9 man deals in.
Oh no.
What is that weight? Sorry, what is that weight?
That'll be a 7 man. You have 7, 8, 9, and you got 7, 8, 9 and a 6, 8. So you're waiting on a 7 man only. Namanzu tiles. In the danger
So
zone.
it's 3, 6, 9.
Oh,
four?
but in Patsumo, that's all we need.
Is
That's
that
the
3, 4,
lead we
5,
know
6,
and love.
9? Is that 3, 4, 5, 6, 9? Sorry, I just want to. I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to look at this weight because that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, right?
That 3, 4, 5, pair 5. Yeah, that looks like a 3, 6, 9. Well, 3, 4. It's something along those lines. You are correct.
That
Yes.
is such a huge weight. That's crazy.
So-
Yeah, exactly. That's my reaction too.
This is what I mean. You look at a hand, you'd be like, yeah, this land's fine. And it's like suddenly Haneman, like just from.
Like, I'm just impressed more than anything else. That's just really cool. Like, keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up, Len. Like, obviously, I got cheer for my friends, but also,
Yeah.
like, that's just impressive.
Len is my friend, so
Yeah, no, we can cheer for Len. That's fine. They're also the underdog in this situation. They've
Yeah.
got a gap to cover. So
yeah, I have always felt that they are very good at building these monster hands from weird places.
like that weight is awesome. I should study like complex weights because I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the weird ones where the only way that you can get them is if you're playing in a certain way to lean towards them. When you're keeping these, like 3, 4, 4, 8s is the only time you can.
For sure, yeah.
The only time that's a chance. But
Come on, here's got like a lot of value. Well, okay, two Dora. So that's a decent amount of value.
and double ton quite easily there.
Yeah, it's still they're still both live, so people will be hesitant to play them at this point. But
Oh, perfect draw here.
yeah, I know, right?
1 chance 10. Hopes to draw the 4. Reach on a 2-5 weight, I guess. But
Would you take 2-5?
would you want to reach for
would
2-5 weight is great, but if you go for the double pawn,
Yeah, I was about to say.
you get the chance for 2 extra hand.
I was gonna say, do you take the East way? If East was 1 cut, I probably would take the East way over the 2-5, just because I think someone is more likely to play the East immediately if they draw it. But
But
Anyways.
Comet playing safe into the reach.
Comet is not first Tempai. That would be Thursday, waiting on the 5 pin, and 5 pin's a good tile to wait on. There's only one 5 pin left, but they got the Ipatsu Ron.
Oh, Suzu.
Oh, that's going to be good news for Len, I guess, in a sense. But the 5 man was Uradora as well. Oh, yikes.
Oh, it exists. It happens.
I mean, it happens to people who aren't me. Yeah. I think it happens to
Come
people,
on,
I
that
think
is
it happens to people who
confirmation bias.
deserve
You
it.
know it happens to you just as much as everyone else.
It happens to
You
people who
just don't
deserve
feel
it. That's right. Clearly, it's a karma thing, right? That's what Uradora's all about. It's a karma thing. It happens to good people.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen to bad people like me.
Yeah, donate to my donate to my charity, please.
Still, Suzuha here is really.
If you
nice.
give me a Handyman, I will give you an error.
I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to deal in more. Maybe I'm a miser. That's what it is. I need to deal in more to build up flow. I get that. That makes sense.
Now we're thinking occult, Marsha.
But yeah, Suzuha here with the potential mixed triple sequence, or Sanshoku Dojin, getting a 2-3-4 in every suit here. I'd love to see it.
And as always, 1 chance 10 from the Rinfu, the men's handpin.
Yeah, also just there's always the old Mentan pin, but you want to see a 2-3-4 Sanshoku, right?
You like it, but you need to get the pair from somewhere.
There's your
Okay,
pair.
never mind. The
There's
2, 3,
your
4
pair.
Santokus. There's your pair. Drop the 8.
Let's go.
Hope to not draw a 7.
Now the question is, do you call? I think you do. If you get to call the 4-man or the 2-so, or you just Ricci, I guess, just whatever, Ricci.
Just get your 1-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Len's not gonna play 4-man. But if they did, oh no, Len's in danger. No. I expect, unless like the one unless the 7 passes, and maybe yes.
I think at this point, especially drawing that 2, you only discard it when you only discard it if you are going full flush.
Yeah, that's fair. And this isn't that, especially with a Reach on the board.
Especially with a dealer reach on the board and you're already behind.
Yes. Although,
Oh, never mind.
well, 2 safe to the Ricci, so this could just be a fold. This could just be good defensive play.
Yeah.
Depends how brave you feel.
But
Yeah, I think this is angling towards Tanyao with a bit of defense on the side. I think this is fine. I think that's just good, smart play. So we might probably, yeah, South's Ko-on cuts. It's not a worst thing to cut. Comet drawing a 4 deals in on the 1, but it's not the worst case.
that's not the worst case. It could have been worse.
It could have been 3 hand worse. So yeah, 5-8, but at least it
5-8
wasn't.
rather than
At least it wasn't
18,000.
18,000. Yeah, so Comet, good job avoiding that one.
And the dealership continues.
Yes, I made sure to not switch this time. You see.
Yeah. We will remind you if you want to.
Oh, you've been reminding me. Don't worry.
Oh, I've not been reminding you.
Okay, fair, fair. It was the royal
The
you.
Venza has.
It was the royal you. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. By the way, just butt in. Absolutely, I will shut up if you butt in. Just want to let you know, just in case. You had things that you wanted to say, and I was talking too much. Just yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, sorry, us two just bants all the
Yeah.
time.
But otherwise, it looks like
That's
we
a
could
nice
be seeing
3-4
a
there.
pure double sequence here from Suzuha. It's an awkwardly shanted, but really, I don't like that. I would keep 135. I would cut 2-pin.
I mean, I'd consider cutting the red dragons, honestly.
I guess, but
Because
that's my only pair.
this just reads Pinfu, right? Like, that's what this reads. Like, the moment you call the red dragons, you know, you lose so much value just by keeping them.
I would just Ricci pin foe. That's what I would do. Make my genuine fake pin foe and move on. You know.
But you're so early, you got so many draws to improve this. And suddenly at this point, ta-da, Pinfu exists.
I guess it's working out, but yeah. Alright. I still would have
You
just...
have so many ways of improving that. Like, I don't know how you can do that.
Oh, sorry, it was AFK, but I guess he could really reach it, and then, oh gosh.
I mean, I guess. I try not to get too stressed out about what will happen if the Ricci's a good Ricci on a good weight. I mean, if it was a weight on 2, I guess it would have been really bad 2-man. But we could have Ricci'd on using the 1-2-3 just there, and I would have been absolutely fine with taking that. Granted, it would be one hand. Actually, it would be 2. So you either get the Dora Forso or you get the pure double sequence. So it would have been 2 hand. I would have been okay with that, I think. But at the end of the
And
day,
the 3-6 weight on Tanyao Dora-san.
actually doing this event with so many Akadora around, and again, there's a chance for a Sanshoku here. If Len draws Sanzo or 6-man, we can make the 3-4-5 or the 4-5-6 mixed sequence.
And this proves to me how much I am Sanshoku blind. It's the one Yaku I keep missing.
I mean, in this case, you don't say no, right? You don't say no 7-7. That's fine. That's great.
Well, yes, thank you. Let's even up the points.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for changing.
Len has already recovered 20,000 points so far. It's not as much as I was expecting, but it's been a very solid performance.
This
today.
is how to do it a second time, and then suddenly you are right
yeah.
in the... Now, this table is close, like weirdly close.
This table has, yes. I think the only real winner of this particular game has been Len. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Comet's team has dropped their lead.
Comet's lost 55,000 points. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not massive. Like, it's just been little bits here and there, but most of this game's been little bits. Like, look how close the other two teams are.
Yeah, Thursday's lost.
That 5,000 is going to matter at some point.
Thursday's only lost 2,000 points. Suzuha, I guess, is the biggest loser by losing about 7,000 points, but they've all gone to Len. All these little tiny wins. But they're building up, right?
Yeah, and look at this hand from Len. Super fast, but Thursday with a shiny. Oh, where's...
That red 5's going to be hard to use, but you never know. Suzuha's decided, you know what? You're dealer and you're scary. I can't let this happen any longer.
We need to get this game over with.
I know the feeling, Suzuha. I know the feeling. But yes, you are a little bit far away. Obviously, if you can call, you can get 1,000 points and move on. That's fine. Absolutely. But if you can't call, every turn you give Len is just a turn that their hand keeps getting better.
One Shan 10 with the Len, but Tenpai with Comet. What are you waiting on? 5-8 man.
Claire does have the red
but
5,
with no
but
Yaku.
She's not going to play it. Oh, you're right.
There's no Yaku, and it wasn't reached.
I reached that. I don't know why you wouldn't. And
Yeah,
of
and it
course,
would have been the Apats. I mean,
whether
you
Claire would have
cannot
played the
know.
8 or not, I don't know. But now you've already missed it. It's gone. That's never 8's never coming back.
But now it's the trap. Now the trap has been set.
But I mean, anyone paying attention will see it. That's the problem. Like, it happened after the Ricci, so this card happened before the Ricci. So, I mean, maybe it'll work against some people. I don't think it'll work against the likes of our dealer or our Shimocha here. I don't think Suzuha's played very solidly today too. So I don't think Suzuha's a player who will fall for the. It was a safe turn for the Ricci trick. I don't think that. To the point where even they choose to take the Hasuji 4 cut. Actually, it's because Len cut 4 man. That's why.
Surprising everyone, that 5-man has fit into Thursday's hand.
Yeah. Still Ishanten, but Ishanten with a way of using it. Is there anything that'll convince? Unfortunate for Suzuha, they had a rock and a hard place, and they chose the 8, which. I mean, either way, it was just still 2-6, but there was no good way that hand ended in a way that helps Suzuha. They could have folded, but I get the feeling the players here just don't fold. So, Len has no dealerships left in this match. Claire, though, has hers, and we'll see how this goes.
But 3 Shanten from... What's the big Honitsu?
Chinitsu.
Chinitsu.
The question's going to be, can you use the red 5? If you draw something around the red 5, maybe you'll give him Chinitsu, maybe.
I mean, this hand is...
but then you've got
okay.
the 2-3-4. Do you just take the quick win? It's hard to pass up a complete shape.
Well, the thing is, 1, 2, 3... 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. 6, 7. I mean, there is the Apeco in that hand already.
There's the
no, there's not. Never mind. There's only 1 4.
Yeah, but it's definitely possible though. The Apeco is definitely doable. I will say that there are no four sets left to draw. Just a bit of a shame. Okay, we're going for it.
You go big. This hand's worth something. You draw the 7 so. You got your Itsu, you got your Apeco, you got everything that you could. 9 gates is theoretically possible. Very unlikely, but it could.
There is only 1 7 so left to draw, but you're right. There is 1 7 so left to draw. 9 gates. Imagine if we saw it today.
Unfortunately, with the 3 so. Oh, was this a 4-7? 4-7
weight is 4-7 man, yeah. For Reach Pinfu, it's simple, it's honest.
It's not simple. There's a pair of 1s in that hand, but
oh, okay, it's basic. But yeah, honestly, I think Comet's probably the favourite to win this hand.
One thing to call this. Yep.
Pushing the red 5 is going to be brave into that Ricci, but if you've got a Chinitsu Tenpai, it's Mangan, so I don't see why you wouldn't, especially when you've got that, you're in last place and you do the points, so yeah, I don't blame you for cutting 5 man if you have to. Cutting 5 man and 3 pin, this is definitely risky.
If you're cutting it, you kind of want to cut it this turn, right?
I mean, the Ricci's already happened, it's too late to worry about that.
But, yeah. Also, don't forget that this is also, it's a Haneman, because it will be Chinitsu Itsu.
Oh, if you get the Itsu on top, then it would be a Haneman, yeah, sorry. That is entirely my bad.
It's likely to be it. Sorry, I'll rephrase. It's likely to be.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. But they've been pushing all sorts of...
But drawing that Dora, I think the Dora is the spell for the end of this hand.
I think the red 5 was too much to push it, personally, but... The red 5 and the 2 pin, pushing both of those to a Ricci, possibly 2 Tenpais at this point.
Yeah.
Claire hasn't given up any obvious indicators that they're Tenpai. Suzuha hasn't either. But that 7 pin could be a little bit sus. We'll see. Actually, no, 7 pin's safe. So yeah, it's probably just if people are paying attention to discards, just Comet who's Tenpai, but still. It's a good Ricci. I'm surprised they haven't sumoed by now, honestly. How many tiles are left? 4-7 is, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 2 tiles. Sorry, 7. There's only 1 tile left. Hang on. There's only 1 4-man left. All the 7s are gone. Wow. Okay, I take it back. It's actually really bad. Wait. Never mind. But still, they're gonna collect 3,000 points at the end of this hand. Which, considering they're in the massive lead right now anyway, it's a good thing for them.
Oh, if Len...
Unless Len gets to Tenpai, hang on.
No, unfortunately.
Ishanten, they get
They don't have any more draws, unfortunately. If they discarded a slightly different lead, they would have stayed in Tenpai. But who could have guessed drawing the perfect tiles?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I bet everyone is feeling happy about how they played that one.
Like, Comet did the best thing they could. Like, honestly, that Riichi was fine. Like, I never complain about a good Riichi like that, in my opinion.
But now we got ourselves a Riichi stick on Honda in the middle.
And a Sanshoku chance, which is really cool. We've got 789. We've got a 7. It's probably not going to be 789, but it could be. And an 89, you know. Gotta believe in Sanshoku sometimes.
It could be 567.
It could be 567, actually. Yeah, you've got a good point there.
Yeah, you just need to draw 567 from in.
Absolutely.
Bamboo.
But if it ends up being... It's probably going to end up being just a Riichi only. Odds are we're going to see a Riichi on 7 so, which is Suji trapped. So we might see a very quick dealing.
Or you draw a 7, or you draw the last 7 so, and it's a Pinfu. Once more, the classic.
Honestly, Pinfu draw a 1? Yeah, that's fine. In my opinion. Just send that. Send it.
It is how you win the game. It's... What hands do you need to know? You need to know Yakuhai and Pinfu. And from there on...
And Tanyao.
Tanyao, Yakuhai, and Pinfu, and that's all you really need, right? Anything else is gravy on top, but everyone else tells you, oh, that hand's also Sanshoku. It's like, oh, that's nice. Thank you.
In an event, I think it's against the rules for players not to point out other hands, other Yaku that you've missed, I think.
Yes.
You're allowed to say, oh, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it, guys. But if someone does win...
Yeah, it's up to the experienced players to help the newer players.
Suzuha, though.
You cannot force people to take a fewer points hands, because that's actually cheating.
Yeah. So Comet's got this really...
hand or...
It's been solid. Unfortunately, there was a slight backfire in playing that 5-so, the 5-man earlier, in that we've lost Tenpai from it. But if there's a world where we draw the 8 and we get to make a Ipeiko Pinfu Tanyao chance, I would love to see it. In the meantime, Claire's made 2 calls and she is still not Tenpai, but she's getting there. It's almost Tenpai. There's a world where that becomes something Dora 2. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, the sadness of just constantly calling and just not getting that last tile.
Yeah.
It is the punishment for just constantly calling.
I do see Len maybe playing 7 man at some point, though. I do see that 7 coming out from Len's hand. It's just not.
Yes.
It's just not helping. 3 pin first. Okay. So the question's not going to necessarily be. Will Claire get the 7-man? It's will she be in a position to attack when that 7-man comes out?
Drawing this, I think yes. I think if you've called twice, your hand is so restricted.
Yeah.
It's hard to justify. Like, I find it hard to justify folding. Well, at this point you can, but you got 2 Dora, so you're folding. You know, you've only got 4 tiles to choose from.
Yeah.
And the 4 exhausted draw, the Riichi stick stays in the middle.
No one wins. The saddest.
I didn't realise we were that close to the end.
I also didn't notice. I also thought Lem was going to draw another upgrade and play the 7. That would get Claire into Tenpai. It would be a very interesting situation because they'd both be Tenpai at that point. But no one won, and the game ends with a win.
And the game ends.
So I guess I better start admin stuff quickly. Let's just type those scores in. Anyway, we're leaving this table. We're going back to table 1. That's
Anyway,
the table we're supposed to
to
be looking at. Sorry, I just got very excited, you know? Hooray for 3-man.
Anyway, East 1.
East 1, Claire is dealer. And the hand is really good. Look at it. Nice.
Oh man, this could be Sanshoku.
Wait, could it?
You draw a 3-5 pin and 3-5 so.
Yeah, I guess. That's it's a little far, but honestly, like, if you did get a chance to, you would prefer the sequence weight rather than the pair weight. So yeah. You never know.
Don't you?
I am curious to see if Sansa continues to be the best tile. Honestly, though, I feel like people are going to. You can play 1-so, right? Unless you play Forso Forso and rely on the one so Suji trap later. Yeah, that's what I would do. Having said that, Forso Forso, come on Claire, go on.
But things you go for
Well,
one
actually,
two
if
anyway.
you go 1-1, you set up the Suji trap on the 4 as well.
And you got the Impulse option.
4-pin is like the one pair I wouldn't cut, I think. But either way.
Okay.
But yes, do you have any biases, Chibi? I'm curious. I should state that obviously I know Claire's that and that lot obviously because they're obviously 10 members of a league that I cast. So oh yeah,
Thursday
yeah,
with the Yakulus 10.
Do I? Yeah, obviously I'm just wondering what team you're in. That's why I was asking. I'm curious now. Maybe I should change my bias to be like cheering for the chat. That's that. But yes, it looks like
A 4/7 weight for Len on a nice Tanyao, Ricci, Pinfu, Dora. Yeah, Dora.
yeah, 7 so looks really suspect, right? Looking at this.
Yes.
So-
But Claire with the Yakulus 10. Doesn't matter, just Sumo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what? It's powerful.
Mentan Pin. And this is the Len power.
The gap is now only what 20,000 points. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
22,000.
You can 20,900 points. Somehow they're working through it. You know what? I'll cheer for this team. Why not? Whenever Thursday, yeah, exactly. It's just unfortunate. Everything seems to not work out. It's
Yeah. It's fine. We'll balance. I'm sorry for Comet and Suzuha. I do not have biases for your team, but I respect what you're doing. I respect the hustle, and I really hope you do well. However,
yeah. Claire has been really hit hard. Unfortunately, yeah, she's had a bit of a rough time. Oh well, it's fine.
finally, for the first time in this match, 2 players are below 150,000.
Yeah, although the battle for second place is still really raging. First place is doing a pretty good job, but second,
This isn't far away.
Suzuha clearly sees the danger, the need to pull away from the other two because they are trying their best to make something cheap.
But Comet with this one Shanten, just trying to find that one pair, just that cheeky pair.
Yeah, where's the pair? It sure is a game that you
2, 3,
try
4,
not to
5,
play.
6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems like where you want to look for that pair. You want to hope to draw the
I think
2 or 6.
The ideal would be drawing 3/4 pin, right? Because then you get the 3-sided weight,
Yes.
and they
Cutting
are...
the 3/4.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't quite know if 7-so is the right move here. Why are we keeping 7-so in this situation?
Probably looking for a 2-sided weight, for the 2/6 man, because then you and keeping an Ipeco likely. That's probably the mindset. It's one that I used to fall into the trap for a while, but it feels like if you don't have the nice shapes everywhere else. Yeah, if it wasn't if it was a 3/5, I'd do this exact same thing. But since it was a 3/4 pin, that is just better than the 6, 7, 7, 8. Especially with how this hand's looking, this is a simple structured.
Yeah, I was going to start commenting on how Claire was Ishanten and how the hand was really good, but unfortunately the most likely way to get to tempo was to cut 4 pin. I was about to start saying that, but unfortunately it came to pass that the 4 pin came out. Nothing you can do about that. Like that's one of those situations where if you're going to push, you're going to push with 4 pin. If you're not going to push, then just don't push. But obviously, from third place, you actually have something to fight for now. Anyways, Suzuha claims double east for 2-hand guaranteed with the 2 red 5s. This hand, 2 red 5s and the Sanzo. This hand could be scary. Could be terrifying.
So proving how dangerous it is in this, like being the Dora.
Oh, the Sansa gets used too. We are gonna maybe we're gonna see Susaha play Where's the Pair. But we'll see. Emphasis on could. Yes. The pair could just be 1-so, but then we've got that weird overlap between the 1-4 weight here and the 4-7 weight here. If we draw 4-so though, that's a 1-4-7 weight. That's actually going to be a huge draw if it happens. But it has to happen. In the meantime, Claire does have Dora 2 and is just going for Tanyao. Seems right to me, honestly. Oh, well, no, you know what? I talk about it like it's a problem, and then sometimes you get lucky and you just draw what you need. It's no longer a problem.
Oh.
So cool, Shanten. Could you see Len playing 6-pin in this situation? Like if she draws 5,
6, 7, 8.
If she draws 5-pin.
Only if she draws 5. Otherwise, she's probably looking at it as potential just a pair.
Yeah.
Especially drawing that 5, 6, 7. You cut the 7-pin, then you're looking at your 6, 6.
Yeah, having Len to your left must be terrifying. Honestly.
You're like, look at how this hand is just building. Like, nothing special, but it's getting there. Just each step.
It could be Sanshoku as well.
Kek.
I mean, Kek.
It could be Sanshoku, but so could have Suzu's if they drew the 1, 2, 3 pin.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. We need a 5.
I will say every hand can be Sanshoku from now on.
Yeah, like if we say it
One
enough,
day I'll
maybe...
be right.
Or was that Tenpai?
And Senpai for 3, so 5.
Meant 4-7. Or just 5
Oh.
pin. That works too. Was it 4? Wait, it's 4-5, right? It's 4-5. It's 4-5 pin for Len there.
Yes.
Again,
4, 5.
complicated weights. My brain didn't see the 4-5 pin weight. My brain only saw the 5 pin weight, so I would have taken the 4-7.
Oh,
so
but
4-7
this
man.
4. Does this get to Tenpai? It does not. Dropping that 2, so.
Suzuha, I think this hand was good enough to push. Honestly, I would have given it a go.
Okay, we got many Tenpais now.
Unfortunately, the dealer is one who don't have Tenpai. But yeah, 3-6 it looks really good for Claire, but obviously Len has 3 of the 6s hidden away, and they're not coming out. So ooh,
Claire did not thought that 7 was so dangerous, but had to push. Relief.
You've got Dora 3. The hand is what? 5-2? Is it 5-2? I think it's 5-2. Oh no, that's not what we want to see. You could switch your weight out. And we did.
Doesn't make a difference for this one.
The only switch it out without dealing in would have been playing 3-man, 3-pin, and that is just a worse weight in general.
And luckily, Richinomi.
Richinomi, yep. I'm sure Claire will be very happy to see it, given how she runs the Richinomi organisation.
Is this 1 2 Shanten?
2 Shanten for another Richinomi, but a good Richinomi.
But it could be a Pinfu. Very easily, just the West is your pair.
It could be more than just a Pinfu. I mean, if you're on Sancho watch, you could easily see the 1-2-3 or 2-3-4 showing up from here.
You know,
It's
that
our
actually
team
is
now.
true. I hate that. That is actually true.
So wait, which team are you a member of? I should really be paying attention. Actually, if I look at the team names, maybe I can find out using the power of internet. Oh right, okay, yeah, you're part of you're part of Comet's team. I see. You're up next, in fact. Good luck. We'll be watching you. We'll be judging. No, we won't. But we'll be watching. Hopefully, we'll see good things.
Thursday with the Pun Cat, I want my dealership, and this is 2 Yakuhai.
Yakuhai,
and a Tenpai
Yakuhai, Dora, 3-hand,
Yeah.
Tenpai. It's hard to say no to.
on the Forzo, and it might just get dealt in right here. Probably
Yeah.
not.
Susan's
But
got
it
2
could
of them.
have.
Len's never going to cut 4.
Oh!
That's too.
Do you agree?
Oh, yes. Go,
Yes.
Claire. Come on, Claire. Come on.
With Len with the immediate reach.
I'm choosing to believe in you, Claire. I know this 5-man, I know this 5-so is so dangerous, but like, okay, fine, it's a safe tile.
Yeah, at this point, it sucks.
I wanted to get hyped about a potential Sho
Oh,
Sangan. Like Daisangan was dead. That was never going to happen. But
Yes.
Sho Sangan though. Instead, what we've got here is we've got a really awkward situation where you've got basically no safe tiles, and you've made 2 calls, and all your safe tiles are called away. It's times like this that sometimes I wonder if you should just push anyway, because you have nothing safe, but we'll see.
And that is when you trust in a Suji. It sucks, but, you know, if you have nothing else, you have to rely on any information you can get.
Yeah, I mean, fair. That's when I even push half Suji, otherwise known as not a Suji.
I call that sort of fun time and the sumo, just sumo. You press the reach button to give you more draws, and it works.
Absolutely. Nice, nice, nice. Honestly, good way to end it. 5,200 points. Len is the clear victor again.
We're still in South. We got South rounds to
yeah,
go.
right. I saw the 4 and my brain went,
That
yeah,
was
we're done.
E4, no.
We're not done. There's
Len
yet
is
more
still
to happen.
fighting. Sumo!
How dare
Run, run! I'm very sorry if you are coming to the UK opening. So I'm going to be doing that once.
I mean, you've got
Like, once to get out of my system, and then everyone's going to hate me for it, and then have to play the game properly.
One of these days, I'd actually show up and play Mahjong with people in real life. I need to decide to do that at some point, and then just like
No joke, if you are up for it, because I am definitely going to go for the UK Open.
I don't have any plans for the UK Open, but
Okay. But one day.
I was making plans for maybe going to Andrew's thing in Cork at some point. I was considering it. I've been considering it for a while. I don't know if I'm going to commit to it though, but we'll see.
I need to see any more details about that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Because I can't do this too often, unfortunately. It costs money to travel.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I am not
Three-side
rich.
here.
Mahjong is a very expensive hobby if you're going to play real life. Wow, Comets draw there. Wow.
What
Sorry,
happened
I
here?
wasn't talking about their hand, but they just drew they completed the worst shape in their hand. So that 2-3-4 man now anything is possible. Ishanten.
A Thursday with this nice hand. And Len in Tenpai.
Claire is Tenpai Dharma on 4-pin. Again, I think I just reachy this. Like, am I wrong to do that? I don't know. I feel like Reach Bid 1 would just say insta-reachy, but Claire waited a turn and then did it anyway. It's weird. Unless it is just to try and throw people off the Reachy tile danger sense, maybe. If people aren't paying attention whether it's Sumagiri or not, maybe they might think that the 9 was from the hand.
But at the same time, you're still only waiting on a 4. You really want it to be
Oh, sure.
two-sided. You really want it to be. And I guess that, it is just the indecision at some point.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, But it's one of these things where just theory says the EV of this Reachy is better than doing nothing. Like, I know it sounds like you want to get an upgrade, but realistically, you're not going to get an upgrade. If that makes sense. But yeah, I think the EV of a Reachy like this is what, plus 1,800-ish points on average, whereas doing nothing might be. I think Dharma is like plus 600 on average.
But you're not looking. But you're not. But the thing is, you're not doing that to Dharma. You're doing it to double runs, or you're doing it to upgrade your hand to Pinfu basically. Tanyao Pinfu.
Yeah.
So it's not as simple as obviously it's higher value to reach, but
This is rough. I'm
that
so
is
sorry.
rough. I'm so sorry.
You hate to see it. You really do. You hate to see it.
And then
JK.
now in punching distance of seconds.
Hey, your team's in an easy first. Like, don't you don't need to feel sorry.
You know what? I'll start this in chat.
F. Yeah, an F train for Claire. Also, like a GG for Comet. Should we congratulate Comet early?
Yeah, come.
Should we do an
Do
Anton and congratulate team?
It's fine. I've
team.
got the emotes for that.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Yamoe? Yamoe? No, Hannah? Should we congratulate them for their victory? Because I've heard that if organisers do that, that team loses.
Oh no.
Nah, I think
I'm not going to jinx. They deserve every bit of success
honestly
they can get.
they've played great. It is far too early to say. You're right, but they've played great so far. They deserve everything they've made so far. It's been great. It's been great to watch. And
Then one Shanten once more.
I'm sure the player who comes up next will do equally well. I say knowing who that player is and that they're in chat. So, how about the Sanshoku? I wonder if Claire cheat that.
And Tenpai.
I honestly wonder if Claire cheat that. I would have very considered a 678 Sanshoku there. For
As
Sanshoku
long as you're not
Tanya.
Shanshoku blind, yes, no, that you probably do.
Unfortunately, we'll never know if Claire wants to cheat
But
that.
then
Oh,
it
there's
is
the
leadership.
6! Oh, there's the 6! Yeah, we'll never know if Claire wants to cheat that because it was pawned away by Len.
By the dealer.
Oh, right. Speaking of. Yes. So I do believe that Claire just hit Tenpai, it looks like, but obviously they threw their 6 away, so they
I need to play something with those sorry neighbours. Get a bit loud.
Sorry, yeah. But yeah, the important thing is we have fun here, right? Like we're just making jokes. Don't worry. We're making jokes. Don't worry. At the end of the day, it's like hopefully you just have a good time. Like I'm having a good time by watching other people play because I didn't make it through myself.
Len's still here with the hell weight of the 9. So, but
Claire has
but
the
it's been
potential
Sudi trapped and everything.
Yes. Khan, Rinchan, no. So Claire, she can easily take this Ricci here on the 369. The 9 gives Itsu no less. She needs one more upgrade to do it though. But with that Khan, suddenly she could shoot back up into first place. You never know.
Yeah.
She needs to draw something, anything, to get to there though. And the irony is that if Len decided to break, I don't think it's ever worth breaking Tenpai, but if she did decide to break Tenpai, she would have the 3-sided weight there. It'd be a 3-sided weight, wouldn't it? So yeah, ignore me. I'm being silly.
But Suzu with the egg. Wait.
The egg, the eeg,
Egg.
eeg. For the half flash, Anadora.
Oh, but unfortunately Claire.
Deals in.
Nasty!
You can't not take that weight. You can't not take that weight.
You have to. And it got punished so hard.
Eeg, indeed. But yeah, you have to take that. Like it's reached Pinfu potential. It's Sudora 1. Yes, the green was live, but you can't not take that. I think changing perspective actually ruined the emote that Claire put out there. Sorry.
Especially with that Ura chance.
Yeah, that was too good not to try. So congrats to Suzu for taking that win though. But that is a sad day when you see a cool hand like that not win. And this is why Eggers bets Tenpai. I see.
You need your delicious egg.
I see. Yes. Part of a healthy meal, I'm sure. Speaking of, I actually don't know if I'm going to eat today. I'm actually concerned about that. I just realised because I'm adminning every table, I'm not going to get a break anymore.
Yeah, I've just realised that.
You're gonna have like 15-minute
sacrificed
breaks.
lunch.
You can have 15-minute breaks. That's fine because like there will be gaps between each player.
Okay.
But because I'm admin, I'm going to have to be watching the. Oh no.
Good point. I've actually already got a pot noodle. Okay, that's fine. I can actually do a 15-minute lunch.
I mean, you can always just have lunch and come back. That's also fine.
I mean, yeah. I'm not committed,
like,
but I will.
You're not. Yeah, you have no. You don't need to be here. I just appreciate you being here.
I'll just taunt you with my pot noodle.
Ooh, I have food. Ooh.
But look at this hand, just slowly being built like
the problem is because I'm admin. I'm going to be admin of your table, by the way. Just let me know if there's anything wrong. Just send me. Either probably in stream chat would be easier because I will check Paul's chat, but I don't check Paul's chat as often as I should. But yeah, if there's ever a problem in your match, just poke me in stream chat, and I'll be like, okay. Because I will be the person to pause potentially.
Len actually getting the Honitsu here.
Wait, are they actually going for Honesty? Really? Oh no, really? No.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, Len. Right, yes, no. I was looking at Comet's hand, sorry.
Oh no.
Comet's hand is beautiful, though.
Comet's hand is just shiny. This.
I was looking at the
Like,
Sanchoku, but it looks like it's going to be Chanter instead, which I'm not against. It's
Or
fine.
both. Oh, you mean both?
Sorry, just both. Yes. Oh, so Len's just hit. No, Len's not 10 point. Actually, just dealt in.
Oh, you're right.
Mangan. How many arrows do we hit here? Just
No
one.
hats though, at least.
Just one, sadly, for Suzuha.
So it now becomes a Mangan.
Yes, but it could have been a Hanneman if we hit arrow 2. So it could be worse. It could always be worse.
So much work that Len has done this game, dealt in once, and there it goes. Comet's clearly upset.
Yeah. Error is there for when someone's doing well. I think maybe that's what it's for. Also, this is Hanchan 4. What am I doing?
The
I'm
rich
sorry.
get richer.
Yeah, that is Mahjong though, right? This is an underdog story, so yeah, I mean, but like, you don't want the underdog to get crushed in the first act. Well, I guess they have to get crushed in the first act. But they don't get crushed in the second act as well. They don't want to.
Yeah. It's all about Hanchan 10 and that final Southpaw dealer rampage.
I mean, that almost worked out for Steve, but it didn't. It didn't even come close to working out.
It kind of did, except when it didn't.
Yes, it works as long as it does. Yes, that doesn't work. Anyways, let's not worry about that. Let's look at. I'm guessing Len's hand right now looks pretty good, right? Hey.
1,
Got
2, 2,
potential-
2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5, 6 there.
Its potential
Shanten,
pivotal
actually.
sequence. Yeah, see Shanten, its potential pivotal sequence is pretty much guaranteed Pinfu. Pretty much. It's a really nice looking
Yeah.
piece of kit there.
Can even go simples if
Honestly,
gets the right weight.
I think in your situation, what you really want is you want second to fourth be really close to each other, so that way they'll fight each other, and then Comet could just like stay in first. I think that's your ideal situation. You don't want players. You don't want second place being close to you. Suzuha here
Oh,
is your
second
is,
order drawn. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. That is the 2-5 pin weight.
Reach Pinfu Dora 2. On 2-5, you say, how is that looking?
We are the only one that can be drawn by Len is the red 5.
Yes, it is a hell weight on the red 5. Of course,
Is
it
the
is.
hell weight on the red 5? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Unless a 3 pin is drawn by Suzu, it is not going to be discarded.
So who's waiting on 4-7? Oh, Comet is. Yeah, that makes sense. For their own Dharma Pinfu Ipeiko. I think Comet's more likely to win this hand than Len.
Yeah.
They're not going to change their weight. They're not going to play the 5. Why would they do that? They've got no reason to.
Oh, do it!
They're not going to do
I'm
it.
biased. There is no way. Why would you change your weight here? Yeah.
They'll make it look like they changed their weight by playing the 6 from their hand, but they have not changed their weight.
Yes.
Very sneaky. So actually, how's 4-7 looking? I see 1. Oh, there's a 5. There's a 5. It doesn't come out from Suzu's hand. Suzu's hand stays.
The weight is dead. Does Claire deal in right now, though? That is the thing.
Yes.
No.
Oh wait, no. Len deals in. Sorry.
Len does. Unlucky that they were all gone.
To have worked so hard and then get hit twice from Mangan level
Straight
hands.
down.
Oh, that is a tragic underdog
Oh.
story. I'm sorry. I feel
Tragedy.
I feel really bad for Len now.
Oh, the hands were so good as well.
Ah.
But now you can appreciate how she plays.
I mean, honestly, yeah, it was
Just-
worth pushing. Like, as far as you
yeah,
could tell, it was way better than what it actually was. It was not your fault when all your weight's being held by other players. You can't see that.
You know, I feel like sometimes it can get difficult to see, like, players' different styles and how they play. Sometimes it gets sort of a bit muddled. But it's clear that that Len is very good at these complex weights, these weird Ishantens that you
what
just
I've
don't
seen,
notice until it happens.
like Len has very solid fundamentals and also is very good at efficiency and being able to handle massive groups of tiles, because we've seen lots of very good, complicated, as you said, complex
Yeah.
plays. But it's just, it's the fundamentals, but just like really, really refined. Maybe like Len doesn't seem afraid to push a hand if they've got a really good hand, and I'm fine with that. That's fine. That's good, actually.
Oh yeah, that's a thing that everyone on this table
Yeah, like
is very good at, is that, accepting I'm just gonna have to deal in. Let's go.
because I think there were at least 2 or 3 times where Len could have dealt in but chose not to. But yeah, like I think unfortunately if you take a Ricci and you miss, it was still right to take the Ricci. That doesn't change anything. It's just
Oh yeah.
sometimes you miss. On average, you win more than you lose, but sometimes you miss.
But look
It's,
at Comets, the smoothest Pinfu.
It is really nice, Ishanten. I am a big fan.
So what? The weight is so wide.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the best Ishanten for Pinfu, but it's.
I mean, the
it's
only
Pinfu
better
with
one is a
very high
three-sided.
Chanyo chance. It's just nice. There's nothing wrong with this hand at all. So yeah, all right.
Alright, is this a Tenpai? Suzu, I don't think it is.
It
is.
Yeah.
It's 1-4.
It's Dharma Pinfu, and they
Straight
managed.
in. Game has ended.
Would they have got the win if they Richi'd? Should they have Richi'd? I think they probably should have, but they weren't punished for taking the Dharma. And honestly, they're second place. So if they're
Second place, only 30,000 down.
if they're smart, they can keep their first second for the rest of the match. Like that's a 60,000 point gap. It's going to take some very lucky sumos from the other 2 players to recover this. But again, we've still got 6 hand chans remaining. I don't know why I closed that because I haven't written the scores down. That's silly of me.
Well, time for the admin.
Time for
of the
admin!
game.
Yay!